I'd like to call the meeting to order. Could we have a roll call, please?
Belsley.
Here.
Blunier.
Here.
Dobb.
Here.
Hare.
Here.
Herman.
Here.
Kaufman.
Here.
You have a quorum.
Pledge allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. We have no public hearings tonight, or presentations, or special reports. Is there anyone in the audience who would like to make a statement of any kind? Is there anyone in the audience that would like to pull anything on the consent agenda? Would any of the board members like to pull anything off the consent agenda? There being none, could I have a motion to approve the consent agenda?
So moved. Second.
Second by Sam. Any questions? Call it, please.
Belsley.
Yes.
Blunier.
Yes.
Dobb.
Yes.
Hare.
Yes.
Herman.
Yes.
Kaufman.
Yes.
I have a couple of things I'd like to just talk about real quickly. One is, we're all aware, of course, that we had a really bad ice storm. And during that ice storm, naturally Hyde Park got isolated again. A tree came down over North Morton Avenue. And in order to expedite it, Craig Loudermilk came off vacation to make sure they got that cleared up. And I thought I wanted to give him a attaboy for putting his slippers aside and coming out and make sure things got taken care of. Also, in connection with that, I'd like to thank the Park District. They lost quite a few very big old trees and decided they'd make Oakbrook a spot where you could take debris from damage that was suffered during the storm, and that was really nice. They made it available to the public, saved the village from having to reopen and spend money and time, and I really appreciate the Park District doing that. The last thing is, I received a letter from Lindsay Hall, the superintendent of Morton Schools. It's really a nice note because I don't think people know about the different times that we try to work together with the Park District and the school board and the library and so forth. And Lindsay wrote me this note and said that she wanted to make sure that the Board of Trustees got some nice feedback on some projects that were done. First project we did this year with them was an extensive sidewalk installation and improvement that took place during the summer. And from their perspective, it provides a lot of safe routes for the kids going to school. And this was done mostly along Idlewood and Queenwood. Also, she wanted to specifically thank Craig Loudermilk. He'd been very cooperative. They don't have a big staff of engineers, and so when they come to us, Craig can help them quite a bit with their activities, and when they work with us, we can bid things together, so it worked out very well. And she also wanted to compliment Craig particularly on helping her on the K Street parking lot and the K Street improvements and the sidewalk that's been needed to be addressed for some time, and working together we were able to do it a lot cheaper. And after all of us together are trying to save the village money, and I really appreciate the way Lindsay stepped up. Anytime I've ever wanted to meet with her and talk about some things we could do, she's been ready to do it. So I appreciate her every bit as much as she appreciates us. Having said that, I will move on to a village clerk.
Nothing tonight, Your Honor.
Village administrator.
Nothing tonight, Your Honor.
Chief of police.
A few things tonight, Your Honor. In your packet, there's a 2015 payroll expenses for various special events that we worked this year. Totaling on that with payroll and taxes is $14,401.46. I'm requesting approval to transfer this amount from the tourism tax fund back into the general fund to assist in paying these expenses.
Motion.
So moved.
Second.
Second by Sam, moved by Ginger. Any discussion? Call the question, please.
Blunier.
Yes.
Dobb.
Yes.
Hare.
Yes.
Herman.
Yes.
Kaufman.
Yes.
Belsley.
Yes.
Also in your packet, there is mileage that we incurred over the course of 2015 for our vehicles. There are 3 vehicles that are not listed that we had during the course of this year that were traded off earlier. And those miles that they had on them are part of the total miles driven. If you add these miles, it won't come up to what the total figure is, and that's the reason why. But it was just over 250,000 miles that our squad cars drove for the course of this year.
You're asking for a motion to approve? Or is
That's
this just a report?
information for you for
Okay.
what we did. Additionally, in your packet, there is information on squad cars. It comes time we plan on ordering new squad cars for the upcoming year. Through our inquiries and review on this, it is our recommendation that we order from the state bid from Morrow Brothers on 3 Ford SUV Interceptors. The price on your sheet, I handed one today, and there was one in the packet. The correct price is $26,080. There's a typo on the other one. It says $26,820. We had gotten some Impalas in the past, and we got 2 this last year. And they're a lower cost on the bid right now, but we've had a lot of mechanical issues with these. We've got 2 that are 2016. We had some issues with the power steering on one of those already, and we just got it in September. It seems over the last, what I'm going to say is 5 years, there's been a decline in the mechanical of the Impalas. They right now at Chevrolet are saying that they are planning on looking at the potential of some of their smaller SUVs as becoming squads, that they're going to cease doing the Impala just for the sheer fact that Ford is, in their words, kicking their butt on these. The all-wheel drive vehicle, the SUV, it's a safer vehicle all the way around for the officers, both with all-wheel drive at all times of the weather, as well as the additional room that we have and sitting up a little higher. So with that in mind, we would, again, recommend the state bid on the Ford Morrow Brothers for 3 SUV Interceptors.
Could I have a motion for discussion?
I'll make a motion.
Second.
Moved by Tom Don, seconded by Ginger. Any questions? Call it, please.
Dobb.
Yes.
Hare.
Yes.
Herman.
Yes.
Kaufman.
Yes.
Belsley.
Yes.
Blunier.
Yes.
I have nothing else.
Director of Fire and Emergency.
Nothing tonight, Your Honor.
Director of Public Works.
2 items tonight, Your Honor. First, I'd like to ask for approval to award the annual fuel contract to Ag Land. The prices are in your packet. This is for, with taxes, unleaded $1.75 and diesel $1.78, which is the lowest since I've been here at the village. So some significant savings over last year to the village, the school, and others that use gasoline here at the village.
Motion?
So moved. Second.
Second by Tom. Any discussion? Call a question, please.
Hare.
Yes.
Herman.
Yes.
Kaufman.
Yes.
Belsley.
Yes.
Blunier.
Yes.
Dobb.
Yes. Also in your packets is the Public Works recap for the month of November. And that's all I have tonight, Your Honor.
Planning and zoning.
Nothing tonight, Your Honor.
Trustee Belsley.
Just one item, more informational for the board and for the community, is the village was recently notified by the Department of Commerce and Economic Opportunity that the application submitted a little over a year ago for a new Southern County Economic Enterprise Zone was approved, and that was received just the last week of this past year. And it was no small task to put that application and the effort that it took to submit it. Wanted to recognize Roger Spangler for his role and participation in that. It was actually an effort that started back in 2014 and took the better part of that year, working with a committee that was made up of representatives from the village of Tremont, the city of Pekin, Roger, the Morton Economic Development Council, and Tazewell County to put together what, again, is now referred to as Southern Tazewell County Enterprise Zone. And the reason for that, just to give a little bit of background on that, is we currently have an active enterprise zone that we've had for several years. But the legislation that allowed for that at the state level is expiring, so it requires everybody, the municipalities and at the local level, to apply for new enterprise zone status. So it's competitive based. It's not something that automatically is awarded. So it did take a lot of effort to put forth to increase the opportunities to get it. And the thinking is we wanted to improve our opportunities or chances for being awarded one. So they partnered with the other communities and with Tazewell County. And actually Tazewell County has two now enterprise zones, a northern enterprise zone and a southern enterprise zone. So it's a good thing. It allows us to be competitive with other communities for economic development projects. The focus is to partner with the state and with local incentives, allowing property tax and sales tax incentives or benefits to existing businesses to help retain them, but also to attract new businesses to your area. It's a 15-year award, I believe, that's been granted, and it was effective the first of this year, just a couple days ago. And so that's in place now, and I think the next steps going forward is that the committee that worked on this will be meeting again and putting together, I think, some of the details and the processes that will be in place to administer it day in and day out. Roger would continue to remain as our enterprise zone administrator for the village of Morton. And he's been in that position several years now and done a great job with that. And again, it's a good tool for us to have here locally. So that was good news to get at the end of the year from the state. That's all I have.
Roger, did you want to add anything to that?
No, I think Randy summed it up pretty well. Like he said, we will be meeting again, and at some point coming up with maybe, I don't know if it'll be someone in the county, at the county level, that will do the day-to-day things with this. We have to work that out. We couldn't do a whole lot in regards to that because we didn't know if they were going to approve one zone, maybe neither of them. So we couldn't kind of finish that part of the project. So that's where we're at, and we should have that done here soon.
As I recall, the EDC gave us a lot of help on that, too.
Oh, yeah, Kim Eulig was pretty involved in it.
Yeah. Any questions or comments? Trustee Blunier.
Just an observation. A few weeks ago, Julie was recognized for her efforts in putting together the policy manual. Now Roger in his efforts in the enterprise. Craig for collaborating with other divisions. You with collaborating with Dr. Hall. I think these are great things, and they're showing a lot of progress with the group. And so I've not been a part of any of those. I just recognize that I see a lot of people doing a lot of good things. So I think we should consider and recognize each other when we're doing good things and continue to collaborate with other groups within the city.
Thank you. Trustee Dobb.
Nothing tonight.
Trustee Hare.
Nothing tonight.
Okay. Just seeing if you're paying attention. Trustee Herman.
Nothing tonight, thank you.
Nothing tonight.
Trustee Coe. I would like to point out we have somebody with us tonight who doesn't come to very many meetings, and that is our master mechanic, Ryan. Could I have a show of hands, Ryan? This is the guy that keeps all our vehicles running. I'm glad to see him came by. Could I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?